Hello there, everybody. This is King Mac, your friendly hamburger pal. Welcome to this feature presentation on YouTube. Be sure to enjoy a hot, fresh cheeseburger along with some delicious golden French fries, a tasty milkshake, and a nice soft drink. Thank you all for watching, and now sit back and relax and enjoy as Tony here brings you our feature presentation of TTBurger game reviews.
Living life every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray.
Hello everybody! Welcome back! You all ready for some more game reviews here? Some more TTBurger game reviews? Well, you come to the right place. I'm your host, Tony, and we are back with more game reviews here as we are wrapping up my Ratchet Clank series review, episode 250. We're on the final part here, episode 250, part 4 of 4. Before I get started here, I want to give a shout out to Freaking HD and Sub-Zero MNX for King Mac, along with Dead Hyperlamnia, Brickles Go Stateside, Megs, and Black Healer, along with the homie RJ, Gojira, Rockstar Pool 69, Red Hood Assassin, the Sensational Gent, and more and more and more. We have a lot to talk about here for the final part of my Ratchet series review. Then after that, the Halloween horror theme videos will start. I know we are a little delayed there. It's just that there were problems with my old capture device, and I got the new one here. And we also have a new microphone this time here. You notice that my voice sounds different here. We are using the newest Blue Yeti microphone called the Blue Yeti X, and it works really well so far. I retired the old original Yeti and got this new one here, and it works really well. I know you guys won't be able to see it because I'm not going to pick it up because I have it positioned in the spot where I like it, but that's what we got there. Now, before we get started here in episode 250, part 4 of 4, here we go. TTBurger recap showing what you missed in episode 250, part 3 of 4, as I took a look at Ratchet Clank Up Your Arsenal for the PlayStation 2 and gave it a perfect 10 out of 10 because there were some problems I have with it, but it was still the best game of the Ratchet trilogy and the best Ratchet game all around. Everything about the game was just perfect in some ways. The way the game controlled, the way the game's story was, the way that all the gameplay elements like that. It definitely was the best game in the Ratchet Clank trilogy. It was the Return of the Jedi of the Ratchet Clank franchise and stuff, the first 3 games. And those of you who know me, of Star Wars, Return of the Jedi was my favorite Star Wars movie and stuff. But now we're going to zoom ahead to the year 2005, back when I was a junior in high school at the time, and I just turned 17. This game, we knew that there were going to be some changes to the Ratchet Clank franchise because after the trilogy wrapped up, they decided to continue with more Ratchet Clank games, and we got the game right here. This is Ratchet Deadlocked for the PlayStation 2, released on October 25th, 2005, 4 days after my 17th birthday, by Insomniac Games and Sony Entertainment America. Now, when I learned about Ratchet Deadlock, I learned it was going to be a new twist for the series, where it was going to just have Ratchet as the main character, with Clank being like a supporting character behind the scenes and everything, and it was going to be mainly a third-person action shooter this time. I did not know what to expect. I thought this was going to kill the Ratchet franchise and leave it for dead and just ruin the series altogether, but I was wrong. And after the third game wrapped everything up neatly, I thought, oh great, this game's not going to be that good. It's just going to be a waste of time and money. But I was wrong. This is a fun game. But I will admit, compared to the first 3 games, this game does fall short in some spots here. I enjoyed it, but the other 3 games were better. This time, Insomniac Games went for a darker tone for the franchise, making it all action-like, and it does work just compared to the other games. It just stands out for certain reasons. I'll not be giving this game a low score, so I'll be getting a decent score, if I won't be getting a 9 or a 9.5 or a 10 or something like that, so that's just me. But let's get started here. The story of Ratchet Deadlock takes place after Ratchet Clank Up Your Arsenal. Ratchet and Clank are captured and forced to compete in an underground reality combat game show that features abducted heroes fighting for their lives to survive, and they must defend themselves and compete against a gruesome deadly gang known as the Exterminators, run by Gleeman Box. Ratchet and Clank are next to compete. Well, actually, Ratchet's doing all the work this time, while Clank helps him behind the scenes and stuff, and does research behind what's going on here. Realizing how worthy of a contestant Ratchet is, Gleeman Box forces him to keep competing as the ratings of his show go up. Ratchet has no choice but to continue, because if he doesn't, he will die. The story is good, just not as memorable as the other three games, but it has some Ratchet feel to it, and it works though for me. That's just what I'm saying there. The presentation of Ratchet Deadlock, excellent graphics once again. They do have a darker setting which fits the game's story and sure may become a draw for some people who are big fans of the Ratchet Clank series, but I do not mind this at all. I mean, let them try something different. The character models look very detailed once again and definitely still take advantage of the PlayStation 2's hardware. The frame rate is very smooth, although there are a couple times where I hit to see some slowdown, but it's so rare you won't even notice it. The environments and planets look great, but they have like a little darker line to them, which I understand fits a darker setting, but you can see how, remember we see the bright and colorful planets of the first three games, and here we got these like dark ones here and stuff. It just some people may be a turn off, I didn't mind, but some people it could be a turn off there. The weapon and explosion effects look awesome. The enemies look badass too and stuff. Like a lot of it's a robot and stuff, but it looks badass looking. The sound of Ratchet Deadlock is great actually. The voice acting is top notch once again with all the actors returning, and they do a great job here with some new ones to voice like the new characters and stuff. Music this time is angry, dark rock music, which I don't mind this at all. It fits the storyline more. Weapons also have like a dark sound effect to them. Like we're like, oh, you're playing a dark story game with that. Here, like we'll make that dark too. So that's what I can say about the sound there. Gameplay of Ratchet Deadlock, it is fun, but compared to the other three games, it is a little disappointment, just a little bit. You play as Ratchet and you shoot your way through each challenge with each weapon you get, and you continue until you move on to the next mission. This is where the game gets a lower score for me. All you do with this game is shoot, and shoot some more. Now, I don't mind doing this because I like third-person action shooters. But this is all you do. There is a little bit of platforming, but not that much. It gets boring doing the same type of missions over and over and over. Sure, I should mention you have cooperative play and stuff, and you can play to 4 players, and you have online multiplayer, which was becoming a thing for gaming at the time of the game's release stuff. But you're not playing online though, and I'm unable to show footage of the car to play because I didn't have anyone to play with me. And you have vehicles you can pilot up at this time, which makes them fun. And yes, they're very strong. They like have these tanks and stuff that you can mount turrets and stuff and everything and stuff. But just feels somewhat sharp, seeing that the other games have more to do. And on top of that, a lot of these challenges, these missions like that, you can breeze through them very quickly and stuff. And like most of them consist of just fighting waves of enemies and stuff like that. And such. And there's also some strategy elements here in this game as well, which you basically like have these like bots here. Yes, we're gonna do. Ratchet has bots that he can command to like put rails up or like turn the bolt and stuff that to open doors like that, and like and help him like get to places he can't reach on his own and stuff. I'll admit like that's interesting there, but like and I'll admit it is interesting, so I'll admit that much. It adds something new there, but your bots do get killed easily. You can revive them just like tapping the down arrow on the D-pad, but still means just strategy elements in the game just don't really work because I'm not a big fan of strategy games like that and stuff. But that's just me. And to access other planets, you need to get a certain amount of points to access them. Sometimes you'll have to do challenge missions, which are like little side mission stuff, which can be fun, but some of you can just breeze right through them with no problem. Some of them are very short, and you'll have to go to complete them to get a certain amount of points. Sometimes you won't have to do it, but for the most part you'll have to. The planets do vary in atmosphere and more, and shooting up the enemies is fun, just wish there was more to the game aside from just this. And it is a short game too, wrapping up around 8 hours, and like I said, this is not a bad game, it feels somewhat short compared to the other 3 games. It still has a Ratchet Clank feel to it, which is why it will still get a good score. I gave it a chance, and I did like it, just not as much as the other 3 games, and just Ratchet Clank Up Your Arsenal just did it better and stuff. So final thoughts, Ratchet Deadlock, there's still some fun to be had here. It's not a terrible game or like that. It's not an excellent game. It's not a bad game. It's not a mediocre game. It's still a great game. Just it's getting a slightly lower score than the other 2 games. Ratchet Deadlock gets an 8 out of 10 because of the problems I have with it. Like I said, it's not a bad game. Not a bad score there. Just compared to the other 3 games, they were better than this. And that is it for my Ratchet & Clank series review. We wrap things up with the 4 original games on the PlayStation 2. I know there's a Ratchet & Clank Future series stuff, which I did like stuff like that, but I wanted to mainly focus on the original Ratchet games and stuff like, and of course they had those like multiplayer player ones and stuff like that, like All for One and stuff like that, which I did not like. I thought that those were just boring as spells like that. And then you had the reboot based on the movie, which I did not like the reboot or the movie and stuff. It just changed Ratchet's character around so like that, just to barely talk to anybody. And I'll admit the graphics look good and stuff, like a Pixar movie and such, but just the movie and the reboot I can do without. And of course, like we also have Ratchet Clank Rift Apart, which I heard is awesome, and I would check it out, but I don't have a PlayStation 5 at the moment. I don't know if I'm even gonna get one, so I can't really say for sure. So I may review the Ratchet Clank Future series someday. Just right now, I'm not really going to. If I do, I'm not going to review Quest for Booty because I don't have that game. It's digital only and it's very short. And just I'm not gonna spend money like in a super short where honestly like you really don't even need to play that game experience the Future trilogy, because like it's just you don't really need to know what happens. That was for my opinion, but when I get to them in the future, you'll see what I mean. That's pretty much all I gotta say there. Thank you all for watching my Ratchet Clank series review and full parts of the 250 and stuff. And now we're in the month of October. That means the horror theme games will be coming here. And what will we do first for the first horror theme game? We'll have to find out next. That's all I gotta say. This is Tony. Peace and out. Have a great day, and thank you all for watching. And don't forget to click on the links if you want to check my Facebook group, my Facebook page, my Discord group, and more. That's all I gotta say. This is Tony. Peace and out. Have a great day, and see you all in episode 251. Take care, everybody.